Welcome this Thursday evening to the Teressa Joubert Show. You're in for a treat tonight. I am going to be talking about how I am a twin. Yeah, I'm a twin, and my mom is a twin. So that's a good story. So I have been practicing as a psychic medium for 9 years, going on 10, and it's been a huge, amazing journey. And I now teach classes called the Sixth Sense Transformation Mastery Program that you can sign up for right now. And you can learn how to use your intuition to see what you're capable of, how that works for you, what your strongest part of your intuition is, how it works, how to use it in your everyday life. And you have a very safe space with a community to be able to practice. So if you're interested in learning what you are capable of because you have had these abilities for a while and you're listening in because you're curious, check out my page, Teressa Joubert, on Facebook, and you can get yourself set up with the program. I would love for you to have a community where you feel safe to be able to open up to your gifts. So yes, I am an identical twin, and my twin sister, Teressa, she is amazing, and her and I, although we are 99.94% identical as per a DNA test, we have different personalities. But we sound the same. We sound the same. We laugh the same. We have similar tastes, similar interests, but all of our interests are just a little bit different, and her intuition is different than mine. So that's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Although someone can be an identical twin, they will have a different personality because their soul is different. We have completely different souls with completely different personalities, and that's something that happens. And even though someone can be a twin, they can have completely different gifts, just like we might have completely different taste buds with certain things, certain foods. So her abilities is that she is very much claircognizant and an empath, and she's got an amazing job in real estate. And I'm practicing using my gifts in everyday life as a career. So that's really cool. I used to do accounting and bookkeeping and try to do the straight and narrow in my own life. But I found I just have too many abilities, too many gifts. I had that nagging kind of a feeling like there was something more waiting for me. And I had really no idea how to develop that and how to get out of that corporate mouse wheel into something where I was able to sustain myself and my family. So I wasn't sure how to get started with that. And there were no programs available that I could find easily online, except for an angel communication certification course, which I did take. So in my program, Sixth Sense Transformation Mastery Program, I provide that support. I provide that platform for people to go from point A to point B, to go from an everyday regular career or an everyday sort of life and be able to figure out how their intuition works. Because as a psychic medium, there's different ways to connect. And you'll find that every single medium that's on this show has a different way of connecting to spirit. They might be very visual. They might be more just knowing. They might be hearing some words and things like that. My ability is that I can see really, really clearly. I can see your loved ones as they're standing in front of me in the room. So if you see me looking off to the side, that's because I am literally looking at your loved ones in spirit, but I see them in my mind's eye. And this is something that I've had as an ability that I've trained and enhanced over the years. And it's very much like a language, very much a language of feelings through the nervous system, of images that pop up into our imagination center of the brain, and trying to decipher what's coming from spirit, what's coming from our own imagination, trying to dissect that information into something that has meaning for the person that you're delivering it to. It's very much a language, and it takes it takes some time to learn it, and it's a very good idea to have a safe space to do that. If any of you are in the Canadian area, I will be at a psychic fair this weekend in Oshawa. If any of you want to see me live and see me in person for a reading, you can come and see me at the Oshawa Psychic Fair hosted by Galaxy Psychic Fairs. It is an amazing show that is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Oshawa Legion. And I just want to encourage you to check out my page to sign up for my program, because that would be extremely helpful for you to be able to connect with your loved ones on the other side, be able to trust your intuition explicitly, not be afraid of it, not be afraid of what you're capable of, and just have tools to keep yourself feeling safe, to keep yourself open and regulate your intuition and use it to help yourself, help your loved ones, help your family, and possibly even make a career out of it. If that's something that you want to do and you just don't know how, that is a really safe space to be able to do that. So check it out. It's on my page. It's called Sixth Sense Transformation Mastery Program. I would love for you to sign up. We're going to take our first caller for this evening. And I just want to boast a little bit about how amazing Dave, the producer, is of this show. And he puts so much love and work into this. He needs a little round of applause. Thank you, Dave, for being such an amazing producer. Really appreciate you. All right, so let's take on our first caller. Go ahead. All right, Renee in Australia. Welcome, Renee.
Thank you. Thank you. So nice to be here. Muchly appreciated.
I think it's tomorrow where you are, is it not? Is it Friday?
That is correct. It is Friday and I'm standing in the sun.
That's wild. It's Thursday night here. Isn't it crazy how time is different even here on Earth?
Different. Yeah.
You know, I talk about how time is different here on this Earth. It's very linear. We've got sort of like something that happens here and here and here and here, and we've got this. But on the other side, how time is circular, but
not linear.
It's like
no, yeah.
Even here on Earth, time can be circular. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So my abilities is that I'm a psychic medium. I can connect with loved ones on the other side. I can see your beautiful aura. It's very pretty. You have pinks and oranges and greens, and yeah, it's very pretty. You'd be amazing with kids and pets and elderly people, like for sure.
I'm actually a youth worker, so yes.
Wow, that's a great job. Amazing. So do you work with one of those groups of people right now?
I do. I work, I usually do. I'm on maternity leave at the moment. And because I don't want to get back, I can't go back to work. So I'm kind of, I feel really stuck at the moment. I don't know whether it's telling me I need to change fields or, I'm very lost at the moment. So I'm very grateful the universe gave me this.
Yeah, I get a huge yes about that, about changing directions and changing what you do. I have this vision of you actually writing some children's books or doing something like a channel where you have a beautiful voice. Can I just say that? Like Australian accents are like very sexy.
You wait till you hear the men, darling.
But besides that, if we're looking at a children's market, I have this vision of you reading children's books on a YouTube channel, and it's just super easy, like so easy. And it doesn't have to be elaborate, but you can just start out by doing something like that. I have this amazing vision, and then you start to buy a couple puppets, and then you start to do a little thing and change your voice, and I feel like your inner child really wants.
That's what I've always been told I'm good at. I'm very emotive.
Yeah. I have this amazing vision of you reading children's books on YouTube and getting very popular. And I just want you to know that if and when, we'll say when you get really well known in your area, local schools will click on you reading the book and play it to your students. To the students in the classroom. And wouldn't that just bring you so much joy? Yeah. And then you get an income. You get an income because of how many people are watching your channel. With your subscribers, you would have an income from that. And then, you break it down.
I'm going home to do.
Yeah, you break it down further. You can write some books. You can get a little bit creative, and then break it down a little bit further, and people will get you to read their book on your channel because it's so popular and they want that exposure. And that's just how easy it is to get started. You just get started. You just get really brave, and you're like, okay, I'm going to get myself a tripod and I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I need to make the backdrop now.
Yeah, it can just be, in your living room. You're welcome. I wish you all the best of luck, and I want you to feel empowered and that you're standing in your highest power. Okay, keep that in mind when you're making all your decisions. And good luck with everything, and God bless. Okay.
Thank you so much. You have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. What a lovely call. That just goes to show how when we're in a tight situation like that, sometimes it's because Spirit is trying to tell us that we're not standing in our highest good, in our best possible future. And we will go through these very tricky situations that we don't want to be in because we're meant to pivot. We are meant to pivot from point A to point B. And sometimes we don't know what point B is. But going inward and feeling what that is a good idea. Connecting with a trusted psychic that can see that future for you and help you to step into it a lot easier is also a great idea. If any of you need some help with that, I can see your aura, which really helps me to pinpoint what personality you have and therefore what area of life would be easiest for you to just move into. So yeah, I'm always available if you want to connect with me at teressamediumreadings.com, and you can set up a one-on-one appointment. Okay, so we're gonna take our next caller. We've got April from Saskatchewan. Hi, April.
Hi.
Hey. That's amazing. You're from Canada. Woo woo. Hello. Yeah, I was in Saskatchewan in the middle of winter. It was freezing. It was like minus 52. All the roads were bumpy.
Cold out here.
Like you can't plow that. It just gets bumpy, right? So you need like really good shocks on your vehicle, right?
Yeah, it gets, you just need a good vehicle out here during winter time.
So yeah, I sense like a little heaviness around you. How are you doing? You okay?
A heaviness? I think right now I don't know. I've been feeling like this heavy feeling for the past couple of weeks now, and I feel like I feel
now I want you to know,
lost and unbalanced.
Yeah, and I want you to know that when that happens, it's because we get stuck in our conditioned self. And what that means is when we go through trauma, and this can be an emotional trauma or like a situation that took our personal power away kind of thing, where we get insulted or put down, or there's this heavy emotional circumstance, and then there's another heavy emotional circumstance, and then there's another one, and we kind of, it's like, and then we get stuck in this position of like, I don't want to do anything, I can't do anything, I don't know what to do. And that's what happens. Have you gone through like a bunch of difficult things, like one after the other in the past little while?
Yeah, I think with work is probably what majority of it is.
Yeah. Okay. So if that's where it's coming from, then it's important that we've identified that. That is really important. And just to be mindful of asking yourself, is this in your highest good? Is this where you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Is that where you really want to be, April? Like, how is that making you feel?
I think right now I feel like I'm at a kind of a crossroad, I guess, and
yeah,
I think
I feel it too.
I
feel like Spirit's
really
trying to kick you in the. I feel like Spirit's trying to kick you in the butt. To be honest, it's like, hey, April, how long are you going to keep putting up with this? 4. And I know that you're very loyal. I can see a lot of blue in your aura. Your aura right now, it looks like this beautiful, soft, light blue and lavender with a bit of gray mixed in, and some streaks of dark gray and navy blue. And that's what happens when we've got stress around us, or we're feeling a little bit. Sorry, I just gave myself a haircut, so I have a little bit of. I'm like, do I have a hair in my eye? That's what happens when we're feeling kind of depressed and or sad or stuck, and we really need like peacefulness and a feeling of peace in our heart, and we're searching for that feeling of more. So I want to really encourage you to be extremely gentle with yourself right now, and super mindful of how you're talking to yourself, because that's the one thing that's going to get you more stuck, is talking to yourself mean in your head, like shoulda, coulda, woulda, supposed to, what if, because that's what gets us really stuck. That's what gets us like a spider web over our, and this is how you want to be. You want to be shining. You want to be able to speak your truth. You want to be appreciated. You want to be able to use all of your gifts, right? And you're not probably able to do all of that right now, are you? Feel like you're in a little bit of a.
Feel like and I have no like I'm stuck.
Yeah, and I feel for you, because I kind of feel like you're in a heavily controlled environment. Because I have this vision of you where you're standing in a room where the walls get like closer and closer and closer to you, and you're kind of like ping ponging back and forth, and it's like So when I connect to your inner child, she's like crying and screaming and having a temper tantrum and feels really alone all at the same time. So there's a really nice meditation on my YouTube channel. It's called Inner Child Healing, or Highest Self Inner Child Meditation. If you're okay with it, I'd really like to encourage you to listen to that tonight. And basically the goal is to talk to your inner child, is to make a connection with your inner child, to start talking to her, and just hold her, okay? Because she's upset. She's really upset. And because she's so upset and like these emotions are stuck, she feels stuck. And so it's almost like she's over there, you're over here, and there's that disconnect, and that disconnect creates this disempowerment that really sucks, you know? So the goal, April, is to get you to be talking to your inner child, to be telling her as your wise adult self that everything's going to be okay, that you're not stuck, that there are other options available for you. And I really want you to put it out there to Spirit, what you'd like to be doing, what kind of environment you'd like to be in, what kind of people you'd like to be working with. And please give yourself the gift of just hope, okay? It's okay to look. It's okay to look. Really. Yeah. And I know the idea is like scary. I feel like a lot of trepidation in my heart. I'm like, you know.
Yes, I think that's the thing I'm struggling with is I'm just used to it's tough. It's tough to let go. I think that's what it is it's tough for me to let go.
Yeah, and I know that on the other side of the fence, you're thinking like, is it going to be better? And you're doing the what ifs yourself. You're saying, like, what if it's worse? What if I don't? What if it doesn't work out? What if I lose my job? What if? You're what ifing yourself into a stuck feeling and that's getting you more stuck. So instead of doing that, there's something called the law of attraction. And that is for you to visualize what you want to do, to visualize who you want to be working with what abilities and gifts you have inside of you that you would really like to be using and utilizing so that you're in your highest state of joy. And if you're thinking like, that's impossible, it's not. It's really not, April. It's possible. It's possible. And I really feel like there's supposed to be a shift. Do you mind if I ask what you do?
I work in sports and recreation.
Okay.
I work in sports and recreation.
Okay. All right. That's great. That's really cool. You know, like there's so many other things. Go ahead.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You were going to say something?
I said I feel like this time of my job that I'm currently in, I feel like it's like it's kind of like to my end of my road there, and I'm meant to do something else.
Yeah, I have this vision of you in a gym, like an indoor gym, doing some kind of like, like a sport or a recreational sport or something. It's pretty amazing. Like I can see you hosting or running a program for people, like in a community center. Now, just keep in mind, I'm using my mental inventory, but here in Ontario and Burlington, there's little community centers that you can rent out the gym, and then you've got your little program that you can do, and you can team up with other people and coaches and things like that, and you can do something that brings you a lot of joy instead, and you can be the boss. And that's something that I feel like you're meant to step into the power of. It's to help people with their mental health through their physical health, and that feels really good. It feels like that's in alignment with your highest good. And what you're doing right now doesn't really allow that to happen. And if you're a little bit scared about jumping from one thing to the other, why don't you just try starting that up while you're doing this, just for a little while, to have that kind of safety net, or see who else is doing it and do a little bit of research. Who else is doing something like that? Can I learn from them? Can I join them? Or can I copy that? You know, something like that. That's what I would like to see for you, to do something like that. Like I can see camps going on, lots of really cool stuff. I could even see you working with elderly people and kids. So that's curious. Yeah. And one thing that I think is really important for your mental health that I just want to note is that you have a pet. Do you have a pet?
A what? A what, sorry?
A pet, like a cat or a dog?
I have a cat.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I just feel like you need to have that companionship to help you with your mental health. I was kind of picturing you with a dog and then getting out and going for a run or something. Maybe you'll find a rescue dog that likes cats. Maybe this could be a thing. But the goal is to just get you to be as happy as possible and in such a joyful state that you're feeling happy, that you're feeling good. Okay. So I am going to say thank you so much for calling in, and I appreciate you being vulnerable, putting yourself out there, and to ask for help, because it takes a lot of bravery to do that. So I wish you all the best, and I want you to be extra brave and put yourself first. Okay. Put your own joy first, please. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful. You're welcome. All right. Take care. God bless.
Good night.
Bye. Okay, amazing. So it's really cool how there's been 2 people calling in with issues with career and needing to pivot from that. I always take note that Spirit will want to convey a message to everyone that's listening to not be afraid to pivot if something is not serving you in your highest good and you are getting a strong nudging to do something different. That's not so easy when you need to pay bills and there are requirements to be able to survive in life. But when we have some backup support and maybe we've been saving up for a little while, it makes it a little bit easier. But I just really want to encourage you to stand in your truth And if you're feeling a really strong nudging to do something different, to be extra brave and check that out. At least check it out. At least give yourself the gift of checking that out. So I just want to let everyone know that that as a psychic medium, I am able to connect with your loved ones on the other side. If any of you want to connect with me privately, you can check me out at teressamediumreadings.com. I offer Zoom readings and in-person sessions, but the Zoom readings are amazing. You get to keep a recording of your reading, so you can always book that online. And if you are in Ontario and you're close to the Oshawa area, I would love to see you this weekend at the Oshawa Psychic Fair. And just give you another reminder that I am teaching the Sixth Sense Transformation Mastery Program, and you can sign up for that on my Facebook page and give yourself the gift of having better mental, emotional, and spiritual health by having tools, lots of tools and lots of knowledge in a very safe space to practice your sixth sense. This platform on A1R Psychic Radio is so awesome, so amazing. I am very grateful for the people that work so hard to get our marketing all done and all the videos edited. Just want to send them some more kudos. And I want to thank all of you for listening in. And just take a moment tonight. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I have a really great guided meditation for you to connect with your highest self and your inner child. And there's also a really great affirmation waking meditation that you can do throughout your day to just shift your consciousness if you're feeling stuck. Check out the affirmations meditation. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening tonight. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week on the Teressa Joubert Show on A1R Psychic Radio. Take care, good night, and God bless.